and I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the future holds for me, obviously.
Stop what you're doing. The NBA just dropped the bomb, and people will talk about this for years. LeBron James is going to the Miami Heat. The King is heading back to South Beach, and this time he's not walking into a rebuild. He's walking into a locker room with Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bam Adebayo already standing there. Let that sink in. The greatest player alive, teaming up with one of the most powerful forces the game has ever seen, plus one of the best two-way centers in basketball today. This isn't just a super team. This is something new. South Beach didn't just come back, it just became the scariest place in the league. If you root for any other team, even a champion, get ready. This should scare you, because this isn't 2010 LeBron. This isn't a 25-year-old chasing his first ring. This is a 41-year-old LeBron. 10 finals trips, 4 titles, the all-time scoring leader. And last year, still pumping out 20.9 points, 7.2 assists, 6.1 rebounds a game, shooting over 51%. This is Giannis. Even hurt for half the season, he still dropped 27.6 points, 9.8 boards, 5.4 assists on 62% shooting. Milwaukee was nearly 15 points better per 100 possessions with him on the floor. And this is Bam. 20 points, 10 rebounds, a career-best 1.7 threes a game, second-team all-defense 2 years running. 3 players, 3 different nightmares for opponents, 1 city, and the rest of the league has 0 answers. To get the full picture, rewind to June 22, 2026. That's when the ground started shaking. That's the night Pat Riley, who refuses to quit, who refuses to coast, pulled off one of the biggest superstar trades in years. Miami got Giannis from Milwaukee. They gave up Tyler Herro, Khalil Ware, Jaime Jaquez Jr., Kasparas Yakusionis, 3 first-round picks, a 2030 pick swap, and a 2033 second-rounder. Huge for both sides. Bucks owner Jimmy Haslam had been pushing this trade for a year, ever since the rift with Giannis began. He picked Miami over Boston, worried Jaylen Brown might not stick around. Miami beat out Boston, Minnesota, and everyone else chasing Giannis. The moment he landed in Miami, fans started connecting dots, because LeBron, right then, was one of the most unsettled free agents ever. His Lakers deal had run out. He'd picked up his player option for 1 more year, but committed to nothing past that. ESPN's Ramona Shelburne said talks with the Lakers were quiet, no numbers on the table. Retirement was a real option. Word was LeBron felt overlooked lately, especially the night Rob Pelinka handed the game ball to coach JJ Redick, the same night LeBron became the league's all-time scoring king. Meanwhile, the Lakers were stretched thin. Austin Reeves' new deal, Luka Doncic wanting more help up front, and a cap that left little room for LeBron anyway. Riley saw the opening. He took it. The sign-and-trade went through right after the draft. LeBron James is now a Miami Heat player. Let's break down what that actually means. First, let's talk about what this LeBron brings, because it's nothing like the LeBron Miami had back in 2010. That LeBron was 25, all muscle and speed, bulldozing to the rim and overpowering smaller guys. This LeBron wins with his brain. He still attacks the rim, shooting 51.5% doesn't happen by accident. But now his biggest weapon is reading the game. He sees the defense shift before it shifts. He spots the gap nobody else even notices. He slows the game down or speeds it up just by thinking faster than everyone else. He's made 20 straight All-Star teams, and he's still delivering when it counts most. In Miami, with Giannis and Bam beside him, LeBron won't have to do it all, like he did in LA when Doncic and Reeves got hurt and he had to run the whole show himself. In Miami, he gets to do what he does best now: run the offense, make everyone around him better. And what's around him now? Nothing he's ever had before. Because now, let's talk Giannis. This isn't just about stats. It's about what happens once the wall that's blocked him for years finally comes down. For years, playoff defenses had a simple plan against Milwaukee: pack the paint, sag off Giannis, and bet he won't shoot threes. He only hits 28.5% from deep for his career, so teams happily live with that bet. Build the wall, push him to the spot where he's weakest. That plan worked. The Bucks haven't won a playoff series since 2022. Now put LeBron on the floor running the offense. That wall? Gone. You can't pack the paint against the guy who punishes every mistake. You can't sag off LeBron when he's hitting jumpers at 51%. You can't ignore him on the perimeter after 21 years of reading defenses. So the attention defenses used to dump entirely on Giannis now has to split. And once it splits, here comes a 7-foot, 243-pound freight train with nothing but open floor ahead of him. Giannis in transition, with room to run, might be the hardest thing to stop in basketball. He's drawn the most fouls per game in the league for 7 straight years. He finishes 65% of his shots in the paint, a career-best 71.3% last season. On defense, he holds guys to just 52.2% at the rim. With LeBron running the show, the only thing between Giannis and the basket is math no defense can solve. Then there's Bam Adebayo. And this is where it gets historic, because the guy who benefits most might be the one who was already there. Everyone will talk about LeBron and Giannis. They should. But Bam is the one getting set free. Last year, he averaged 20 points, 10 boards, and a career-high 1.7 threes a game, hitting 35.7% from deep, and a blistering 43.5% over his last 35 games. He's made multiple all-defense teams. He can guard any position. He's got a 7'3" wingspan on a body that moves like a wing player. Bam is a top 15 player in the world, full stop. But for years in Miami, he's had to carry too much of the scoring load, especially in the playoffs when teams load up on Miami's top scorer and they're Bam to create. Next to LeBron and Giannis, that pressure disappears. You can't double team anyone. Help off Giannis? LeBron's already found the open man. Cheat toward LeBron? Giannis bulldozes whatever's left. Switch everything? Bam dunks before the switch even finishes. He doesn't have to manufacture tough shots anymore. He works from the elbow. He posts up smaller guys caught in switches. He finishes above the rim on mismatches that Giannis and LeBron create just by being on the floor. He becomes the release valve, not the guy forced to save every broken play. Let's break down exactly how this offense runs, play by play, because the details matter here. LeBron brings it up top. He reads the defense faster than anyone alive. Bam sets a screen from the elbow. The instant that screen lands, the defense is in trouble. LeBron turns the corner. Bam rolls. Giannis cuts from the weak side. A shooter waits in the corner. 4 threats off 1 screen. No defense covers all 4. LeBron doesn't force it. He waits, then strikes wherever the defense slips. Next play, flip it. Giannis brings the ball up. LeBron sets the screen. Now what? Do you switch a guard onto Giannis? Do you fight through and hope LeBron doesn't get to the rim? There's no good answer. In transition, it's unfair. LeBron spots the lane, pushes the pace, fires ahead to Giannis before the defense sets, and Giannis slams it home at 70+% before anyone rotates. And when the clock runs down, Bam's the safety net. He catches it on the short roll, reads the defense, and finds the next man. The kind of playmaking only 9 years in the league can teach you. Now the defense. This is where things go from impressive to never seen before. Giannis is one of the best individual defenders of the last decade. His rim protection ranks top 5 in 13 years of track data. Bam's made all defense multiple times. A top 5 switching center with a 7'3" wingspan and guard-like footwork. Put them together, something no team has ever had, and you get one of the most brutal interior defenses in NBA history. Add LeBron on the wing, still grabbing 1.2 steals a game at 41, still calling out rotations like a coach on the floor, and Miami's defense becomes a puzzle other offenses can't solve. No mismatches to hunt. Every switch is covered. Every isolation runs into a wall or a shot blocker waiting behind it. This is the most complete defense the East has seen in years, and it fixes Miami's biggest problem. Last season, the Heat went 43-39, 10th in the East, and lost the play-in game to Charlotte. First missed playoffs since 2018-19. Their real issue? No one who could create a good shot late in games when the plan broke down. When Jimmy Butler was here, teams game planned around him and dared the rest to beat them. The role players showed up, but it wasn't built to last 4 playoff rounds. LeBron fixes that. He's the playmaker Miami's missing, not just this year, but every year since the original Big Three. Last season, at 41, he averaged 7.2 assists, shooting over 50%. He turns busted plays into points just by thinking ahead. Giannis pressures the rim constantly, even when the play isn't for him. Bam holds the middle together, the glue between two explosive stars. Before we look ahead, let's compare this to LeBron's first Miami Big Three. Him, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. 4 finals trips, 2 rings, 2010 to 2014. Everyone will make this comparison, so let's get it right. That team leaned on Wade's scoring, Bosh stretching the floor, and a young LeBron still growing into his full powers. Mostly one-on-one ball, transition buckets, and great but not suffocating defense. This team is different at its core. Bigger, more flexible. Less about jump shot creation, more about smart decisions, rim pressure, fast break domination, and defense that adapts to anything. Think the defense of the 2016 Cavs mixed with the paint power of the 2021 Bucks, except both at once with the best floor general either team ever had running the show. Now let's talk results, because this isn't just 3 stars sharing a locker room. Before the Giannis trade, Miami was a 43-win team that missed the playoffs. After landing Giannis, sportsbooks shifted their title odds from 30-1 to 18-1. Books flagged the Giannis-Bam spacing as the big worry, and the Heat sat 5th in the East behind Boston and champion New York. That's what Giannis alone did. Now add LeBron, the one player whose entire game is built to solve a spacing problem. A floor general who opens lanes just by being out there, forcing defenses to respect the perimeter even though he's not a pure shooter anymore. The exact flaw bookmakers pointed to gets patched by the exact guy built to patch it. Let's get into specific matchups. Start with the champs, New York. The Knicks won it all by clawing back from double-digit deficits. 6 wins out of 8, including the biggest comeback in finals history, 29 points down in Game 4. Their identity? Jalen Brunson's clutch gene. Karl Anthony Towns at center. OG Anunoby locking down wings. Mikal Bridges doing a bit of everything. A great team. Top 5 offense, top 10 defense, flexible game plans. Against this Miami trio? Big trouble. New York's switching defense was their trademark. Now every switch is a disaster. Brunson on Giannis in the post? No chance. Towns guarding LeBron as a passer? Easy mismatch. Anunoby's great, but he can't slow LeBron running an offense built to create easy shots. And in crunch time, where Brunson made his name, LeBron's the most clutch playoff performer in basketball history. New York's repeat hopes just got a lot murkier. Now out west, San Antonio and Oklahoma City, the 2 co-favorites for next year. The Spurs, led by Victor Wembanyama and a young core, reached the finals after a wild 7-game war with the Thunder. Wembanyama dropped 41 and 24 in a double OT Game 1. He's 7'4" with shooting range and instincts beyond his years. Now picture Giannis guarding him, not a small guard chasing him around. Giannis, who held opponents to 52.2% at the rim, switchable onto guards, strong enough to bang inside, mobile enough to chase outside. Bam behind him as backup help. LeBron rotating with 21 years of defensive smarts. San Antonio's young guards have never seen a defense this long, this switchy, this physical. Oklahoma City brings a different fight. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander averaging 31 a game, Chet Holmgren stretching the floor. Against Miami, Giannis and Bam shut the paint completely. LeBron erases the easy reads SGA thrives on. And in transition, OKC's biggest weapon, you're now racing Giannis the other way. That's a problem nobody solved yet. Now zoom out and look at what this does to Miami as an organization. Before this, the Heat had real pieces. Giannis and Bam up front, maybe the most versatile defensive duo in the league, but real gaps too. The planned starting 5 had Andrew Wiggins, good for 15.5 points and solid defense, and Norman Powell as the top scoring option. Bobby Portis added depth up front. Solid, competitive. Books had them 5th in the East, still behind Boston and champion New York. But without LeBron, the playmaking hole stayed open. No one to create when the offense stalled late in games. LeBron closes that gap completely. He becomes the offensive brain that neither Giannis nor Bam could ever be alone, because that's just not their role. He doesn't steal touches, he multiplies them. Every Giannis action gets scarier because defenses can't ignore LeBron. Every Bam roll gets smoother because the pass arrives on time, not out of desperation. Miami goes from great front court, shaky spacing, to a full juggernaut. Now, the honest concerns. spacing still isn't perfect. Giannis at 28.5% from 3 means defenses can still ignore him out there if they choose to. Miami also gave up its best shooter, Tyler Hero, in the Giannis deal. They'll need to add more shooting around these three to keep defenses honest. Money's tight too. The Giannis trade hard-capped Miami at the first apron, leaving about $18 million to fill 4 roster spots. That's a tightrope. Then there's LeBron's age. He's 41. He still defies logic on the court, but deep playoff runs demand max effort for months, and managing his minutes all season while saving him for the big moments will test even great coaching. And finally, can 3 stars this big actually share the spotlight without friction? LeBron's done it before, in this exact city, and won twice. But that was a different era, different teammates, different LeBron. Still, the math doesn't lie. 10 finals trips for LeBron. Giannis' 2021 title and finals MVP run, 35.2 points and 13.2 boards a game. Bam's own finals run back in the 2020 bubble. All that playoff experience, 3 totally different superstar skill sets, fast break domination, and LeBron deciding close games against anyone in the league. That's the scariest team the East has built since the original Big Three peaked. Right now, the East has no true heavyweight. Boston got bounced early by Philly, New York's champs but built on comebacks, not total dominance. Detroit and Cleveland are talented but young. This Miami team, coached by the same man who already won 2 titles with LeBron in this building, walks into next season as the realest threat this conference has had in years. But beyond the X's and O's, something bigger's happening here. South Beach is where LeBron became a champion the first time, where the hate turned into love, where 4 straight finals trips proved every doubter wrong. Coming back at 41, not as the kid who made the decision, but as the most decorated player the game has ever seen, walking into Kaseya Center next to a 2-time MVP and an elite 2-way center, chasing one more ring to lock down his legacy for good. That's bigger than basketball. Every generation gets one of these. The decision was won. LeBron coming home one last time with a real shot to win it all might be the next. Pat Riley refused to quit, refused to settle, looked at a team that missed the playoffs and said no slow rebuild, no patience, just go get it. First Giannis, then LeBron. Now the whole league has 12 months to figure out how to stop it. Because South Beach always writes the biggest stories. And right now, with 3 of the most complete players the game has ever seen under one roof, this story is just getting started.